DeepSeek, one of China's most promising AI startups, is now under federal investigation, with both the White House and FBI reportedly probing how the company obtained advanced AI chips despite strict US export controls. The allegations suggest that DeepSeek may have used a third party to bypass US restrictions, raising major concerns about national security and the global AI arms race. This is a game-changing moment in the world of artificial intelligence, and today we're going to break down exactly what's happening, what it means for the future of AI, and how this could reshape US-China tech relations forever. For those unfamiliar, DeepSeek is an emerging AI powerhouse in China, positioning itself as a major competitor to OpenAI and Google. The company has been developing cutting-edge AI models, including DeepSeek V2 and Janus Pro, with performance benchmarks that rival some of the biggest names in the industry. However, creating AI models at this scale requires massive computing power, and at the center of this power are Nvidia's advanced AI chips, such as the A100 and H100 GPUs. These chips are so powerful that the US government has imposed strict export controls, preventing companies from selling them directly to Chinese firms like DeepSeek. So, how did DeepSeek manage to get its hands on these restricted chips? That's exactly what US authorities are trying to figure out. Reports indicate that DeepSeek may have worked through intermediaries in Singapore and other countries to illegally acquire the hardware. This method, known as transshipment, allows companies to avoid direct trade restrictions by purchasing goods through third-party nations that are not subject to the same bans. If these allegations are true, it means DeepSeek and its partners found a way to sidestep US regulations, gaining access to some of the most powerful AI training hardware on the planet. The implications of this investigation are massive. First, it raises serious concerns about national security. The US has been aggressively limiting China's access to high-end semiconductor technology to prevent military and surveillance advancements that could threaten global stability. If DeepSeek successfully acquired these chips, it highlights a major weakness in the US export control system. Second, this investigation could lead to even stricter regulations on AI chip exports. The US government has already been tightening restrictions on companies like Nvidia, requiring them to develop less powerful versions of their GPUs specifically for sale in China. If it turns out that firms like DeepSeek are still getting access to restricted hardware, Washington may push for stronger trade enforcement and further crackdowns on companies that facilitate these transactions. This situation also raises huge ethical and competitive concerns in the AI space. If DeepSeek has been using illegally obtained chips to train its AI models, does this give them an unfair advantage over competitors that are following the rules? Many Western AI companies, including OpenAI, Google DeepMind, and Anthropic, have been competing within the legal framework, abiding by US trade restrictions. If DeepSeek bypassed these regulations, it could skyrocket ahead of the competition, benefiting from hardware that other Chinese firms cannot legally obtain. There's also the question of what happens next. If the FBI and White House confirm these allegations, DeepSeek could face severe consequences. The company might be blacklisted, similar to how Huawei and other Chinese firms were sanctioned by the US. This could cut off DeepSeek from accessing not just Nvidia's chips, but also other critical technologies provided by American and European companies. On the flip side, this could trigger retaliatory actions from China, escalating the already tense US-China tech war. Beijing has been aggressively pushing for self-sufficiency in semiconductor technology, investing billions into developing China's own AI chips. If the US government further tightens restrictions, it could accelerate China's efforts to reduce dependency on Western technology. Another key aspect of this story is the impact on Nvidia and other US tech companies. While the US government has been blocking the sale of high-end AI chips to China, Nvidia and other semiconductor firms have been losing billions in potential revenue as a result. If loopholes exist that allow Chinese firms like DeepSeek to acquire these chips indirectly, it raises questions about how effective these regulations really are. Could this push US policymakers to go even further, forcing companies like Nvidia to track and restrict chip sales more aggressively? The DeepSeek investigation could mark a turning point in how AI technology is controlled and distributed globally. If confirmed, it could lead to a wave of new restrictions, increased scrutiny on international trade routes, and possibly even legal action against companies involved in the alleged smuggling operation. But here's the big question. Is restricting AI chips enough to slow China's AI advancements? Some experts argue that China is rapidly catching up in semiconductor manufacturing and AI research, meaning that restrictions may only delay progress rather than stop it entirely. Others believe that without access to cutting-edge Nvidia chips, Chinese AI companies will struggle to keep pace with their Western counterparts. What's certain is that this investigation is going to send shockwaves through the tech world. If DeepSeek is found guilty of violating US export laws, it could redefine global AI competition, changing how governments regulate the development and use of artificial intelligence worldwide. The global race for AI dominance is heating up, and this is just the latest chapter in an ongoing battle between the world's biggest tech superpowers. As we continue to follow this developing story, one thing is clear. AI is no longer just about innovation. It's about power, control, and who gets to shape the future of technology. If you found this video insightful, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to stay updated on the latest developments in AI, cybersecurity, and tech policy. Let us know in the comments. Do you think DeepSeek intentionally evaded US restrictions, or is this just part of the growing tension between the US and China? Let's discuss below.